Matt, that there's many people, and I'm one of them, that following on September the 6th, which was the day after Boyle County lost to Lexington Catholic, that I would be doing a post-game championship show about 3 months later on December the 5th.
Yeah.
Because it was 3 months ago. Boyle County went to Lexington Catholic. They got beat 17-7. The game before that against LCA, they're up 21-0. LCA comes back, ties it up at 21, almost they have a chance to score a game-winning touchdown late in that game. So over a course of 6 quarters in the second and third games of the year, Boyle County gets outscored something like 38-7. And I mentioned this in the Zaxby show earlier this afternoon or this evening, that you know what? You can't win a championship every year. So sometimes you just say it's a rebuilding year, it is what it is, and we'll come back next year. And I don't think there are many people who would have been angry if Boyle County went 9-3 this year, or 8-4, lost in the state quarterfinals, or whatever it may be. But you know what? Good showing. The Mr. Football from last year left. Another top 10 player in the state, and Maury Brown, he graduated, right? So I think everybody would have just been like, that's fine. 9-3, let's get them in 2026. But not Coach Haddix. Even after a 17-7 loss versus Lexington Catholic, in a game where Coach Haddix said it was the worst offensive performance he thinks he'd ever been around. And there were some injuries thrown into that game, which kind of aided to that. But after that, they rattle off 12 consecutive wins. They beat Highlands, they beat Ballard, they beat St. X, they beat Frederick Douglass, they beat Covington Catholic, they beat Corbin, and now they shut out Franklin County the second time in the last 108 games in Franklin County football they've been shut out.
Wow.
And it happens in the state championship. And Boyle County doesn't just win. They dominate in every facet of the game. They dominate 34-0 for their 13th state championship win over Franklin County tonight, and we are happy to be aboard here live in the Hometown Radio Network studios for the Whitaker Bank post-game show, brought to you by Whitaker Bank right here in Danville. A couple other great sponsors as well making this show possible. Bodner Roofing, the sponsor of the phone lines. Phone lines are open for you tonight. 859-238-9447 is the phone number to call in. We'd love to talk to you. 238-WHIR. Boyle County Public Library, bringing you the stats and the drive recap for tonight's state championship game. Great sponsor. We appreciate the Boyle County Public Library. And your drive home tonight, if you're driving home from Kroger Field, Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, the sponsor of your drive home. We appreciate them. Matt, you have been alongside Boyle County football for basically every game this year, certainly, nearly every home game. So I'm going to ask you the question. I was honest about it. Mm-hmm. I didn't think I didn't. Yeah. I didn't think we would be in this situation, and yet here we are, 13th state title. You go back to the early portions of the season, Matt. Did you think in the first Friday in December, Boyle County would be here after the third game of the year?
I'm going to go back further than that, Joe. I'm going to go to the last game last year when Boyle County loses against Covington Catholic at home. And you think this was supposed to be the year because Boyle County has the basically unanimous Mr. Football. Boyle County is ranked nationwide, goes up to St. Ed's, a powerhouse in Ohio, and wins. And then this year, you start a little, for a lack of a better word, lackadaisical. And then I think that was a call to action from the coaches, and you've seen it this year. It's just a snowball effect. This team has really rallied. And really, it's been the defense, So you think, they were 2-2 in their last 4 games, dating back to last year, that Cov Cath loss, and then Lexington Catholic this year. So they won 2 in between those 2 losses. But for Boyle County, I mean, it shows incredible grit for what they've been able to accomplish this year. They've had to rejuvenate the offense. They've had to do a lot of different things. John Smith-Heisel, I mean, what else can you say about him? You mentioned it, you know, to cap off his senior year with 3 straight rushing performances, that he has just dominated time of possession for the Rebels. He's taking care of the football, and he's become an absolute beast. And, yeah, for Boyle County, I mean, this was a comprehensive win, but it is, you know, they peaked at the exact right time.
859-238-WHIR, the phone number to call in to the Bodner Roofing phone lines. Couple of things from tonight's game. A win for Boyle County tonight gives them 13 state championships. They are now tied for 4th place all time among all the Kentucky high school football programs. And Boyle County didn't get started till 1999 on this.
Can you imagine? You have the best team in school history. You know, you're walking into a season, you're feeling great, but Boyle County's in your class, so you basically, at best, have a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, you flip a coin, 50% chance maybe you win, 50% Boyle County's winning the other one.
Because Boyle County's won 13 of 26.
Yeah,
That's insane.
I mentioned on social media, if you are 26 years old, Boyle County has won the state championship for half of your life.
That does not happen.
Yeah. So tied for 4th all time. They're tied with Mayfield and St. X now for the 4th most all time. Trinity has the most, 29. They're going for 30 tomorrow versus South Warren. Highlands has 23. Beechwood has 18. But the Rebels, they're 13th. They are now 13-2 in state championship games. Justin Haddix, as the head coach of Boyle County. This is his 6th year. Let me tell you Coach Haddix's stats. This is
I love it.
ridiculous. 79-5 record.
Wow.
27-1 playoff record. And 5 state titles in 6 years. I said it's a generational run.
That is Mark Few and Western Athletic Conference play, Western Coast Conference play. I mean, Gonzaga. That is incredible.
79-5, 27-1 record. And I did mention, I said on social media that Jiden Smith-Heisel ran for over 200 yards, which the radio crew had him for over 200 yards. The official stats on KHSAA had him at 183, so I don't know where the discrepancy is. If he hit the 200-yard mark, he would be the first Boyle County Rebel to ever run for 200 yards in a state championship game. The most before him was Will McDaniel, who ran for 196 in the 2020 win versus Franklin County. So if Jiden Smith-Heisel hit that 200-yard mark, he would be the first. He did carry the ball 29 times. He's a couple of carries off of what would have been the Boyle County state championship record for most carries in a game, in a state championship game. Will McDaniel did have 32 in that 2020 game as well. Ran for 195 yards on 32 carries. By the way, Boyle County not only tied for 4th all-time in state championships, they are also one of 8 schools to appear in at least 15 state championship games. Listen to this core group right here. Trinity, Highlands, Belfry, Mayfield, St. X, Beechwood, Mail, and Boyle County.
That's good company.
And again, they just started doing this in 1999. Of all 13 state championships, do you think, Matt, that this one, for lack of a better term, I'll use the word improbable, that this one seemed the most unlikely of all the 13?
It's weird. You say the 2020 season against Franklin County, and there's a lot of similarities between that year's team and this year's team. You know, the year before, Boyle County loses to Corbin Johnson Central in 2019.
2019, they lost to Johnson Central.
Yeah, so
21-20.
Yeah, and that was a surprise. You know, everybody expected Boyle County to win. You'd been there, you expected it, and you fell short. And there was a lot of seniors on that team, graduated, moved on. A couple went to West Virginia, you know, played Division I football. So you expect that, you know, a little bit of a fall off. So I see similarities in last year's team to that 2019 team and the 2020 team that says, you know what, we don't care. nobody believes in us, but we're going to get it done anyway to this year's team.
Yeah. If you're looking for me, in my opinion, most unlikely ones. Now, look, I was born in '89, so I was 10 years old in 1999, but they went 7-5 in '98, and then they went 15-0 in '99, and no one really got close to them. So maybe, like, just from where they were historically to what they did in 1999, maybe you consider that the most unlikely one, because it's your first one for a program that's never done it, and now they've arrived. But 2000, 01, 02, and 03, nobody could basically touch them. 2009, 2010, they went combined 30-0 in those 2 years. 2017, you had, that would have been, Reese Smith's sophomore year.
Yep.
I think they had a good team that year. So, I don't know. To me, if it's not 2025 is the most unlikely, which is funny we're calling it the most unlikely because they finished 14-1.
Right.
So maybe they were just way better than what everybody thought they were after that Lexington Catholic game. But out of all the ones, this is one I think that definitely sticks home for Boyle County after winning 34-0 over Franklin County in the 2025 Class 4A State Championship. 859-238-9447 is the phone number to call in this evening. What do you think the over-under is, Matt, on the number of times I say this morning or good morning or refer to this time whenever I talk with someone as the morning time?
2.5.
So what do you think, over or under?
It's going to be over.
You think I say at least reference morning 3 times during the show?
Yep.
Because I'm in the studio, I host the morning show, it's dark outside, and I've got a cup of coffee. And a lot of things in radio, it's like muscle memory, like you're doing something while you do something else. So I'm usually in here in the morning. I'm doing a post-game championship show one day of the year. I'm doing a morning show 5 times a week. So we'll see how many times I do that. At HDR Joe on Twitter as well, if you want to be a part of the post-game show. And we'd love to have you here on the Whitaker Bank post-game show. We do have a phone call in right now on the Bodner Roofing phone lines. And so let's get our first caller in. Good evening. You're on the Whitaker Bank post-game show.
Joe?
Hey, what's going on?
Good morning, Joe. It's $1 no holla.
Hey, you said the good morning. That was he was the one that did. That wasn't me. What's going on?
We said good morning, Joe.
Yeah, $1 no holla. What's going on with you?
Well, I only got 2 complaints about Commonwealth Stadium. One is I couldn't take my jugs in. As you know, I'm the last jugger.
Yeah.
And 2, you have to buy a VIP ticket to get to the 50-yard line.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, they've changed that, Joe. But anyway, just glad that Ball could get this 34-0 win against Franklin County, and just go Rebels.
There you go. I love it. Let me ask you a question. You've been jugging for a long time. You're you're the original jugger. What's inside the jug that makes it jug? What is it? Pennies?
Rocks.
25 pennies a jug and leftover 14-year-old Kroger chicken grease.
That sounds kind of unsanitary. Have you ever changed the inside of the jug, or is this?
I tried Dawn dishwashing liquid. It's supposed to bust up grease.
Okay.
Didn't do it.
All right. Well, you don't change anything. 13 state titles in 26 years. We don't want you changing a thing. We want the chicken grease as old as it can be, okay?
Actually, Joe, the last game I've been trying to recruit new juggers. Mm-hmm. Well, the quarterback club came up with an idea. They put milk jugs all over the stadium and gave me help.
Okay, so everybody turned into a jugger that night then.
A whole bunch of juggers, and that's the way I want it. I want more juggers. I've been trying to recruit more because I'm the last one left.
Yeah, we need more juggers. Well, hey, you keep on jugging. Appreciate you calling in, and congrats to the Rebels.
Okay, go Rebels.
There you go. That's Mr. Hughes, $1 no holla. 859-238-9447, 238-WHIR, the Bodner Roofing phone line. We'll step aside. We'll come back. We'll recap how Boyle County won this game 34-0 with the recap drive and the stats brought to you by the Boyle County Public Library right here on the Whitaker Bank Post-Game Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR, Danville. News Talks. No, wait a minute. We're on Z105. See, that was a reference to the morning show.
You were close there.
We're on Z105 tonight. We're back after this.
Oh yeah.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Danville. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer local expertise and reliable service. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me at 859-236-9822 today, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The Boyle County Public Library congratulates the Boyle County Rebels on their 13th state championship. You've represented our community well with your teamwork and your dedication. The Boyle County Public Library is also dedicated to our community, offering free programs for all ages that are designed to educate, entertain, and engage. Visit the library this month for one of their many holiday-themed activities. Go to boylepublib.org for a schedule of events and make the library a part of your season of celebration. 13 state football championships. Goodness gracious, Boyle County's going to have to add a new wing onto the school for all those trophies. And when they do, they got to call Bodner Roofing. You know, you got to protect that growing trophy room with a good roof, and no one understands that more than Boyle County's own Bodner Roofing. They're a local, fourth-generation roofing company with over 75 years of experience. Two names synonymous with a winning culture. Boyle County Football and Bodner Roofing, proud supporters of the 13-time state football champion Boyle County Rebels. Joe Madison, Matt Overing. We are live in the Hometown Radio Network studios on Z105 WRNZ FM for your Whitaker Bank postgame show. Drive Home, sponsored by Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, and a special thanks as well to Bodner Roofing and the Boyle County Public Library. Patrick McClure sent me a message, said there was one guy who made it into Kroger Field with a jug tonight. So someone was able to do a little jug sneaking. I don't know how they did it. We're going to have that guy call into the show.
Big coat.
Big old coat. I mentioned two things on the Zaxby's preview show earlier this evening. Two things that I was watching out for. The first one was the number of times that Boyle County was going to run the ball tonight. Because in the biggest games of the year, and I wish do I have my stats? I do have my stats. Just give me a second. Let me pull the stats out that I was talking about earlier. In the biggest games of the year Boyle County played in, that would be, well, one more page. Here we go. That would be Frederick Douglass, Highlands, LCA, Covenant Catholic, and Corbin. They were all 75% or more run. Covenant Catholic, they were 88% run.
Yep.
In the 6 running clock games this year, Boyle County was in, not including the Covenant Catholic game, that was a running clock, but it was close to the fourth quarter began. They actually were more of a pass team than a run team, right? So in games that were blowouts, Boyle County passed it more, I think, because it allowed them to work on stuff in games that they realized they weren't going to lose anyway. There was one game Boyle County passed it more than they ran it, or they lost. Lexington Catholic, their one loss this year. So my thought was, if Boyle County is throwing the ball a lot tonight, it probably means they're behind, because I didn't expect this game to be a blowout.
Sure.
Well, I was wrong. No. It was 34-0, but Boyle County did run the ball a ton. They ran a total of 12 passes, 49 rushes, so that's 61 plays. 80% of those were runs. An additional thing that does, obviously, is it keeps the ball out of the hands of Franklin County's offense, which was the second highest scoring team in the state. It was the top scoring team in Class 4A. 92 total yards in this game for Franklin County. They had the ball for just 13 minutes and 25 seconds.
Wow.
Boyle County had it for 34-35 in the game. They dominated time of possession. So that was the first thing. Run the ball a ton. Boyle County did it. I said in the Zaxby show, I think Ideally, it would be 75-25 run pass. If not more, it was 80-20 run pass. Second thing I said was Franklin County was the best special teams unit that Boyle County had played the entire season. They had 11 return touchdowns. 12% of all the touchdowns Franklin County scored, and they scored a ton of them this year, were special teams touchdowns. And I said in a season where we've seen special teams be, I don't want to say the word weirdly important because special teams is always important, but I think football fans easily overlook special teams because football is played in 3 and 6 point increments, right?
Yeah.
A touchdown's worth 6, a field goal's worth 3. If you score the touchdown, it's a given you'll get the 1. But it's not always a given you'll get the 1. Yeah. Ask Corbin if it's a given you'll get the 1. Yeah. So my thought was, in a season where special teams has been so important, and a Franklin County unit that has been so good on special teams, who is going to be the team that makes the big special teams play?
No.
And I said, Boyle County cannot let it be Franklin County because Delano Collins, the Franklin County return man, who had, I think, 6 return touchdowns himself this season, had always done it in big games. All the close games, he basically had a return touchdown that swung the game. And it wasn't Franklin County that made the big special teams play. It was Boyle County that did. Yep. Lining up for a field goal, fake field goal to end the half. They send Grant Klosterman out there. Of course, the college uprights are smaller, right? So it makes it even tougher to hit the field goal. And I think it was something like a 40,
it was a
43-yarder.
Yeah.
It was a long one. And Baylor Murphy came out to be the holder.
No.
And the radio crew noticed it.
Yeah.
Josh Bertram's like, wait a minute. Yeah. That's Baylor Murphy down there holding that field goal. Something's different. Are they going to run a fake? Lo and behold, they do. They throw it up, and sometimes in big games, just don't overthink it. Give the best player on the field the ball. Yeah. And the best player on the field is Seneca Driver. Throw it up to him. Who cares if there's 17 guys around him? Yeah. Let's see if he can make the play. And Seneca did on that fake field goal pass. 859-238-9447 is the phone number to call in to the Bodner Roofing phone lines here on the Whitaker Bank post-game show. Boyle County, if you're just tuning in, winners 34-0 over Franklin County to win their 13th state championship. Let's take a look at how Boyle County got that 34-point mark. And looking at the drives of this game, Boyle County started off the game with the football. They took it from the Boyle County 35 to the Franklin County end zone in a drive that went 6 minutes and 23 seconds. Time of possession, 13 plays, 65 yards. It was a 4th and goal from the 1 in the Wildcat formation that saw Seneca Driver take it in from 1 yard out. Here's how it sounded on Z105.
Seneca Driver in there now as the Wildcat formation.
Oh, I'd run it on the right side out there.
Driver takes it, looks, he is in. Touchdown, Boyle County. That's another Whitaker Bank touchdown.
Yeah, Grant Klosterman knocked in the extra point and made it 7-0. Franklin County would take the next drive and go 2 yards backward, 3 plays for -2 yards. They would punt it back to Boyle County, who got it to the Franklin County 13-yard line on their second drive of the game. But instead of opting for what would have been a 30-yard field goal, they decided to go for it on 4th and goal from, actually I think it was from the 11. They lost 2 yards on the play and turned it over on downs. From that point, it was punt, 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 punt. And when you look at the next 4 drives after Boyle County turned it over on downs, it was a grand total of 15 yards over 4 drives from both teams. Boyle County got the ball back at the their own 25-yard line with 1:14 left in the first half, and they lined up again for what looked to be a field goal with no time left. And here's how it sounded when Seneca Driver went up and made a 39-yard touchdown catch on a fake field goal pass from Baylor Murphy.
Boyle County leading Franklin County 7-0 with 6 seconds to go in the first half. The Rebels had lined up for a 39-yard field goal attempt.
Yep, Grant's out there again.
So we'll see what this young freshman.
Baylor Murphy is the holder.
Murphy's the holder, yep.
So you've got a different guy out there holding.
Backup quarterback holding.
Who is split out.
No, you go. Yep, so there's the
And there
fake.
it is.
Just back.
And there's the pass for the end zone.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Seneca Driver
That was over his head.
catches a touchdown pass here at the end of the first half.
Holy mackerel.
What a play. What a
we gotta see
play.
that.
What a
again.
pass. You could not have made a more perfect pass over the defense
And
like
Murphy
that.
had to wait forever for him to get, because he had two guys on him.
Now, what a throw. Murphy throws it up. Seneca makes a catch, again, over 2 or 3 guys in the end zone. And you felt like at that point, 14-0 at the half, with the way Boyle County's defense was playing, probably felt like 35-0 to Franklin County.
Not only that, but, Boyle County, they want the ball first. They want to set the tone. And then you think Franklin County's defense, okay, they kind of settle in the next few drives. That drive, I think, was a backbreaker, and I think after that, the game just snowballed on them.
Yeah, Franklin County did receive the ball to begin the second half, but they did nothing with it on offense. Boyle County took it back over from the Franklin County 38-yard line, went 10 plays, 38 yards, 4:42 off the clock to make it 21-0.
Wildcat with Seneca Driver. He's inside the
Look,
5.
he's in.
Touchdown, Boyle County. A 6-yard run for Seneca Driver, and Boyle County takes a 20-0 lead.
Yeah, led it 20-0. Grant Klosterman again did notch the extra point and make it 21-0. Franklin County would then turn it over on downs the next drive. Boyle County would punt. Franklin County would turn it over on downs again. And then Jiden Smith-Heisel did what Jiden Smith-Heisel does. What an end to his career over the last 3 games of his high school career.
It seems like his high school career, he got stronger and stronger, and late in games,
Yeah.
he gets stronger and stronger. Credit that offensive line in front of him. I mean, it just seems like they keep on trucking, and he's ready for it. They're late in the third, fourth quarters.
Yeah, it was a 6-play, 48-yard drive, but it was Jiden Smith-Heisel from 23 yards out to make it 28-0.
8:18 to go in the ball game. This Class 4A championship. Give
Look
to
at that haul.
Smith-Heisel. Gets to the outside. Here's the race for the end zone.
They're not gonna get him.
Touchdown, Boyle County.
Boyle County. Blitz Boyle County.
Talking about speed, got it to the outside, put it into the end zone. Feed me.
That's the first play to the outside, I think, running all day, and he made it to the outside.
Absolutely.
And he did it again on Boyle County's 5th touchdown drive of the game in the what would be the second to last drive of the game when Jiden Smith-Heisel touched the ball 1 play and went 50 yards.
Here's again. Smith-Heisel
Go,
goes
boy.
to the middle.
Nobody's going to get him. He's gone.
5 touchdown, 50 yards for Jiden Smith-Heisel. He's over 200.
Franklin County gave up right then on that play. They did not go after him.
201 yards.
Extra point was no good, but it didn't matter. 34-0 was the final score of that one. And the drive recap and stats of this game brought to you by the Boyle County Public Library. When you need the full story, the Boyle County Public Library is the place to go. The Rebels are #1 in their book and #1 in Class 4A once again. The Boyle County Public Library, proud of the 13-time state football champion Boyle County Rebels. We got a phone call into the Bodner Roofing phone lines. Good evening. You're on the Whitaker Bank postgame show.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
Hey, it's Pete Kendrick.
Hey, what's going on, Pete?
Hey, Joe. It doesn't seem like it's the holidays if we're not talking at about 11:30 on a first Friday night in December, you know?
I know. I actually had to go ask my boss in here in studio before the show began, like some questions, because I'm hosting the show from a different studio and we're putting it on a different state. Like, how do I do this? It's been a year, or it's been 2 years since I've done this. So I felt kind of out of place last year not being able to do this. I'm glad to be back on the air. Glad the Rebels did it for number 13.
You know, I think it's a real testament to the coaches at Boyle because, you know, we graduate Mr. Football and graduate a lot of skilled players. And last year, last couple of years, our offense was as good as it came, and defense was really good, but not not what I would call special, but really good, and we would just outscore most teams, and so we graduate a lot of players, graduate Mr. Football, and come back with one of the better Boyle County defenses that we've had in a while. Yeah. And I got to see Franklin play earlier in the year against the team my son coaches, and they have a lot of talent. But I thought it would be hard for them to run the ball, and against this defense, if you can't run the ball, you really don't have much of a chance at beating Boyle. We saw Corbin with some success running the ball last week, and they made a game of it. Of course, they opened it up with a couple of deep passes, but I didn't think they had the passing game to really stretch us. And because of that, I thought it'd be really hard for them to run, and they really couldn't. So, hats off. A mark of a really great coaching staff is to take the players you have and build your team around that. And, we lose Brown, and we lose a couple others, and, of course, Q, Quisenberry, and, Mr. Football, and all this talent, and we just kind of go back to the drawing board and say, well, we're going to have to do it on the defensive side of the ball this year. Mm-hmm. We saw that in the first half as that first drive looked like going through, soft butter, and then all of a sudden, 2 red zone trips with no points, and kind of having a hard time finishing, but the defense just never looked like they were going to give up much of anything tonight. I was never really worried. I wasn't crazy about 7-0 late in the first half, but I didn't think they would ever be able to score much.
Yeah, you were probably a lot crazier about 14-0. That's what I mentioned when they hit the fake field goal. You feel like 14-0 almost feels like 28-0 at that point because the defense is playing so good.
It very good. Well, you had the yards, you just didn't have the points.
Yeah.
So. I thought a couple opportunities missed, but I really wasn't all that worried about them scoring a lot on this defense. So, congrats to the coaching staff, to these players. What a season! What a season! Number 13, just outstanding.
Love it, good stuff.
And thanks for the radio station for being there every Friday night.
Appreciate that, Pete. You have a great night. Okay.
See you, Joe.
There you go. Pete Kendrick calling in 34-0 Boyle County. You mentioned he did not think Franklin County had the running game to make ends meet against Boyle County. Franklin County was the first team that Boyle County had played the entire year that was a pass-heavy team. Now, I don't mean in specific games. There could have been games this year that a team threw it more against Boyle County because they were down and had, trying to move the ball to win. But I mean, like, overall, Franklin County's offensive performance from game 1 to game 15, they were a run-heavy team. Now, they were slightly run-heavy. It was like 51-49 or 52-48. But what they did was pass the ball. And their leading rusher had like 640 yards on the season, so they were not going to run it. And like Pete said, he didn't feel like if they're not going to get yards to the air, I should say. So the ground is what you're going to have to do, and they didn't. They ran it for 8 yards the entire game. So if I can find the rushing attempts on here? Well, I guess I could do the math. They averaged 0.4 of 1 yard per rush.
Yikes.
So not really good. 859-238 WHIR 238-9447. The Bodena Roofing phone lines. Again, shout out to Whitaker Bank, our post-game show sponsor, and the Boyle County Public Library, bringing you the stats and scoring recap. When you need the full story, the Boyle County Public Library is the place to go. The Rebels are number 1 in their book. We got a phone call. Good evening. You're on the Whitaker Bank post-game show.
Yes, I'm a long-time listener and first-time caller.
Thank you.
Could you give me a hoo-ah already?
No, that's Matt Jones's thing. I'm not doing that. What's going on?
Hey, man, what a game. What a game.
Yeah. 34-0. That defense is the real deal. I was actually just looking. There was a 6-game stretch this year where the defense from the St. X game on October 3rd through the Wayne County game on November the 13th, They gave up, I have to do the math again, 7, 24, 31. It was something like 36 points over a 7-game stretch or something like that. Just phenomenal. And did it again. I mentioned it early on in the show, Rick, and I don't know if you heard it. You're probably still packing equipment up. The second time that Franklin County has been shut out in their last 108 games. So it doesn't happen very often.
No, and this offense was the best in 4A.
Yeah.
And the defense defensive plan that Justin Haddix and the coaches put together, it just absolutely was a perfect game plan. He had the guys in the right position, the right calls. The offense kicked in and did what they had to, and it was just a total team win. And that's what this year was. You didn't have a Teddy Quisenberry out there. Yeah, you had Seneca Driver, but you had a lot of individual guys that worked as a team, and that's what Justin Haddix got. He put together these guys to play as a team. Even when you had some injuries, you had guys step up. And what an unbelievable end to this season.
Yeah, hey, tell Josh that I heard him say in the radio broadcast something like, "Hey, wait a minute, that's Baylor Murphy, who's out there holding the field goal. That's not they've changed the field goal holder. That's Baylor Murphy." And then I heard you all say something like, "I wonder if they're going to try a fake." And then lo and behold, they must have been listening to you all's radio call. 39-yard touchdown pass from Baylor Murphy to Seneca Driver.
Oh, hey, I'm going to give you to the GOAT here, the double Hall of Famer, Steve Bertram, for some comments.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to drive in Lexington traffic. So I can.
Make sure you get home safe, Steve. This is secondary compared to you all getting home from Lexington traffic.
I can't believe Rick is handing off the phone to the driver.
Yes.
I can't believe Rick's handing off the phone.
Yes.
Period.
Hey, this seems safe. Let me hand it off to Steve while he drives in Lexington to talk to us.
Yeah, I want to see how good he really is.
Yeah. Steve, let me ask you this. Just from I didn't even think about it. I heard it at the end of the game. Your grandson got him a ring, so there's rings all over the Bertram family now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it's a real neat thing, and there goes the bus on the way home right now.
Okay. Well, good.
You may be, I presume that's the bus. The black bus.
Yeah, that's probably it. They were taking a charter bus, Coach Haddix said, so I assume that's probably them. Yeah. Well, I'll probably need to call Coach Haddix then. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Steve, appreciate you being on. Great call and a great job tonight.
Hey, great job, Joe, of, for those of us who understand what it is to pull up clips from stuff and do all that kind of work. It's a lot harder than people think it is, and did a great job.
Appreciate that, Steve. Appreciate you did a great job as well. Safe travels, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
There you go. The Big Daddy, Steve Bertram, calling. Well, he's called all the state championships. He's called 15 of them. This is an every day, every year thing at this point for Steve. Let me turn your mic on, Matt. That usually helps.
He's used to it.
Matt's over here I'm just hogging the microphones. Matt's trying to talk, and I don't even have his microphone on. The Whitaker Bank postgame show brought to you by Whitaker Bank. Got a couple of people messaging me on Twitter. One guy who Jack is actually in studio. So my 8-year-old son is in studio here hanging out with us. And he was locked in. He was ready to come and hang out tonight. Jack, one of your flag football teammates named Riley. Remember Riley? He says, "Hi, Joe and Jack. Go Gold and go Rebels." Jack was on the Gold team in flag football. Riley was one of his teammates. So shout out to Riley. Another guy says that Jaden Smith-Heisel should be Mr. Football. 4 touchdowns against Covington. Well, he had a Mr. Football performance. Yeah. He had a performance for the ages against Covington Catholic. You said, was it you just said, I think you're like, Coach Haddix, just keep on calling the same play. Just kept on. Just give it to Jaden Smith-Heisel. Don't overthink it.
Yeah. It was the same formation, same play. Nathaniel Shepman was a man in motion, and Jaden Smith-Heisel ran past everybody on the left side.
Yeah.
Every time.
Hey, we got a phone call in here on the Bodner Roofing phone lines. Good evening. You're on the Whitaker Bank postgame show.
Yeah, hi. This is Blake McCowan. I commentate for BCSN. Matt, I have a really good question for you.
Oh, I love it.
We've seen this team progress from the very beginning of the season. We've seen the defense go through it with Ashton Drakeford being out. How do you think? How important do you think it was for that Lexington Catholic loss without that loss, Jet Rowley wouldn't be in at quarterback. It probably would still be Baylor Murphy. How important was that loss to these Rebels today?
I got to say, I think for the coaching staff, it did open up some eyes, but I think it also showed just how important Clifton Yoakum is on that defensive line. He was injured earlier in the year, but he is a stalwart down there. But, they found some guys. They found Jet Raleigh. They found Lucas Akers, your friend, Blake, that's out there, and he's playing safety with the best of them. I think Daryl Yancey really came into his own late in the year. He had 3 sacks tonight, but he stopped running the ball as much, started seeing Jaden Smith-Heisel run the ball more, and you got to credit the coaching staff for doing such a good job. Rick Schobel just said it, but putting the guys in the right spot to win, and that's what this coaching staff did.
Right, Matt. I'm just so thankful for this opportunity. I missed calling the game with you tonight, but I had a great, 3-man crew up there in the UK press box. Thank you, guys, and have a good night.
Right. Thanks, Blake.
There it is, Blake McCowan. Could be on his way to a broadcasting career, BCSN. They put him in the league, so to say.
That's right.
Put him in the league. 859-238-9447. I tell you what, since Steve did say he saw the bus driving back, now may be a good time to try to get in touch with Coach Haddix. Before we do that, I was telling Matt this before we went on the air. I always like to touch base with coaches before I don't want to just call them.
Can't cold call.
Yeah. And Coach Haddix has probably even forgotten that I'm going to call him, but at least when he sees the number pop up on his phone, then oh, yeah, that's right. Joe's calling. So I reached out to Coach Haddix earlier this week, and I had to go about it in a way where I didn't want to jinx it.
Hey, if you win.
But I didn't want to say, like,
I expect
you to win.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to mention the other team by name either.
Right.
So let me see. Let me just read the text to you.
We would not be calling Eddie James right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we were doing the Franklin County Whitaker Bank show,
no,
there would not be one.
No.
So I said, so this is the text I sent him. He'd probably like, what? This is weird. If you all win Friday, I plan on hosting another post-game championship call-in show. Would you mind if I gave you a call Friday night at some point and talked to you on the bus ride home like we have in the past? There will be no show if that other team wins. I didn't want to mention it by name, so just call them that other team. Just wanted to clear it with you and give you a heads up beforehand so you can expect a call.
A little bit superstitious there, Joe.
I didn't want to be the one. Well, Joe texted me and said we were going to win, so that's why we didn't, and he reacted with the 2 exclamation marks. So I assume he was like, yeah, that's good.
I think it's like, yeah, heck yeah.
If the other team wins. The other team did not win. 34-0 was the final score. Coach Haddix is obviously on the bus ride home because he just favorited one of my tweets. So I'm going to take a commercial break, and I'm going to call Coach Haddix, and we'll get him on here right after this. On the Whitaker Bank postgame show, the Mazda Drive Home. We're going to talk with Coach Haddix. He joins us for the Stuart Powell Ford Drive Home call featuring the Ford end-of-the-year sales event, featuring no money down, 0% interest, 0 payments for 90 days, and almost all new Ford trucks in stock, including the tough Super Duty truck. Coach Justin Haddix, we're going to try to get in touch with him coming up next here on the Whitaker Bank postgame show on WRNZ Z105.
Walk along the river, sweet lullaby. They just keep on flowing. They don't worry about where.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Danville. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer local expertise and reliable service. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me at 859-236-9822 today, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The Boyle County Public Library congratulates the Boyle County Rebels on their 13th state championship. You've represented our community well with your teamwork and your dedication. The Boyle County Public Library is also dedicated to our community, offering free programs for all ages that are designed to educate, entertain, and engage. Visit the library this month for one of their many holiday-themed activities. Go to boylepublib.org for a schedule of events and make the library a part of your season of celebration. 13 state football championships. Goodness gracious, Boyle County's going to have to add a new wing onto the school for all those trophies. And when they do, they got to call Bodner Roofing. You know, you got to protect that growing trophy room with a good roof, and no one understands that more than Boyle County's own Bodner Roofing. They're a local, fourth-generation roofing company with over 75 years of experience. Two names synonymous with a winning culture. Boyle County football and Bodner Roofing, proud supporters of the 13-time state football champion Boyle County Rebels. Whitaker Bank post-game show brought to you by Whitaker Bank, Bodner Roofing, the Boyle County Public Library, and Stuart Powell Ford Mazda as the Rebels have won lucky number 13, 34-0 over Franklin County, and we are joined by Boyle County Rebel head football coach Justin Haddix, a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda and the Stuart Powell Ford Drive Home, featuring the Ford end-of-the-year sales event, featuring no money down, 0% interest, 0 payments for 90 days on almost all new Fords in stock, including the tough Super Duty truck. And we welcome onto the show Justin Haddix. Good morning. No, I did it. Good morning. I did it. It's the first time that I've done it.
Good. Yeah.
I've done good up to that point. Good evening, Coach. Well, first of all, let's start off with this. Congratulations, Coach. Your 5th state title in 6 years. Tell us how sweet this one is for you, Coach.
Oh, it's as good as the first one, I'll tell you that. You know, it never gets old to win a state championship, and it's just a testament to what we're doing with, with our kids and what they do and how hard they work. It's so rewarding to see them get the payoff, and I think that's the best part of my job. Us and our coaches, we just enjoy seeing our guys that we really push them really hard, and then to see them finish with a win and win that last game, it's unbelievable, and that's one of the most rewarding things you can do as a coach.
Coach, back middle of the season when you all just dropped the game to Lexington Catholic, I mentioned this in the show. I remember talking to you the Monday after that game, and you were like, that was one of the worst offensive games that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, you basically were like, that wasn't very good. What was it from that point on? You finished winning 12 games in a row. What was it from that point, and you went on this dominant run for your Rebels?
I just think it's a mindset. Our guys really took a mindset. They about the way that we play the game and the way that we attack a game every time that we do it, and it just hats off to them. There wasn't any. We didn't change completely offensively. We didn't really put anything new in. We do what we do, and our guys really bought into this is how we got to win, and this is what we got to do. And can't say enough about them.
Coach, into the first half, second quarter, 7-0. Looks like you're going to kick a field goal. Timeout's called. You bring in Baylor Murphy as the holder. 39-yard touchdown pass on a fake field goal. We talked yesterday on the morning show about how important special teams has been all year long, and you execute a fake field goal pass for a touchdown in the state championship game with the way that your defense was playing. How much confidence did that give you going into halftime up 14-0 on a fake field goal touchdown pass?
I think we got in there and they called timeout, and then we got Baylor in, which Baylor's our backup holder. We kind of snuck him in. We had them all kind of sitting there, and then if we knew it was one-on-one, and you get Seneca driver and it's one-on-one, you're going to take those odds of what we're going to be, because it's like 80-20 for us. When the ball's in there for him, there ain't no 50-50 balls with him. You throw it in bounds, he's going to make a big play on it, and Baylor did an outstanding job of, held on to it. We did a good job protecting it, and then he made a great catch right there to put us up 14-0, huge momentum.
Jiden Smith-Heisel, Coach, his final 3 games of the year of his career, 25 carries, 440 yards, and 2 touchdowns versus Covington Catholic. 26 carries, 163, and 2 tutties versus Corbin. And tonight, 29 for 183 and 2 touchdowns. What a warrior Jiden Smith-Heisel was to end the year.
Hey, maybe the best, a playoff rushing in 3 games that there's ever been at Boyle County High School. So, you think about that and what he does from us. So, just a testament to him and our offensive line of, all that they do and work and get better. And, Coach Lefevue coaches our O-line. what they do. Coach Mack coaches our running backs. It's just a testament to them.
Coach, how about defensively? You know, you guys have two aces on the outside in Bubby and Jakeem. I think Lucas Akers really came into his own this year, but Daryl Yancey as well, 3 sacks. Talk about them. And, you know, Joe mentioned it earlier tonight, but it's been 108 games since Franklin County's been shut out, one of the best offenses in the state, and you guys did it tonight. Talk to me about that defense and just how they've grown this season for you guys.
Just can't say enough about them or what they played. Our defense has been a constant all year. I know we had kind of a little mess up last week, but that's what a team is. Defense has been this. Hey, we're going to be physical. We're going to play great defense, and that's what wins games. Defense wins championships. All of our coaches, Coach Mills coaches our linebackers. He calls it. Coach Ray coaches our DBs. Him and Coach Mack. They coach the corners and the safeties, and then you got Kyle Singleton coaching the D line. And it was great to see just our dominant D line of how well that they played. And they really affect the ball game. And, they had a really good quarterback. But when you're getting pressure in your face, that makes it a little bit different than our skill guys locked up their skill guys. So when you get all that, that's a great recipe for success.
Coach, you are always one to, whenever someone praises you, deflect the praise. You're like, hey, I've got great assistant coaches. I got great players. Let me just real quickly, in your 6 years as head coach at Boyle County, 79-5 record, 27-1 in the playoffs, 5 state titles in 6 years. What do you think when you hear all of that?
Should have been 6 for 6. Doing that, but that's just there is no football is the ultimate team game as far as what we're doing, and it is something that I tell everybody and people that ask. I had a great experience playing high school football. I had a great experience. We won our last game that I ever played. I played for a great coach, and that's about me. Like that was what at that time when you're playing, it's about you. As you're a coach, you're just the guide. And it's been such a fun journey to watch our guys just continually get better and see them take the reins, because it's coach-led teams can be good, but player-led teams can be great. And it really is about the players. Our coaches all buy into what we're going to do, and we work really hard. But I promise you, if we don't have really good players, we're not winning all the numbers that you just said. It's obviously a player thing, and we're going to get our guys the ball. We're going to get our guys to buy into our schemes of what we do, and then it's going out there and watching them play. We get the best seat in the house.
Boyle County Rebel head coach Justin Haddock's coach, the most random stat I could find. I love my stats. This is random. You are the first Boyle County football coach ever in the history of the school to win a game on December the 5th.
There we go. I'll take it. If you do anything first in Boyle County, you're doing something, and I'm just blessed to be the program and what they did. And you can look at all the coaches, the great coaches that have been here. Obviously Coach Smith started it, built the foundation. Then you bring in Larry French, won 2 state championships and went on a great thing. You got Jeff Hester, who has been here, and I coached with him. He talked to our team last night. You've got Chris Pardue, big boy. We had that on our helmet this year of what he is. We've been blessed. Chris Mason, the list goes on and on and on. And you've got a lot of great players that have played here, and it's a testament to the program. And that was something when I came here, I said, I want to be a part of it. I want to continue to make it better. And we're trying that, and we've got a great staff, and our players buy into it. And, hey, that's what everybody's getting to see right now.
Boyle County head coach Justin Haddock's coach, congratulations on the win. Real quick, do you have a Seneca or is Jiden nearby that you can grab real quick?
They're in the back of the bus.
Okay.
It'd be hard to get hold of. I'm sorry.
Understood.
Don't worry about it. Coach, appreciate you being on. Congratulations again on the win, 34-0 over Franklin County, and we'll talk to you later, okay?
Hey, thank you. Go Rebels,
there
baby.
There you go. Go Rebels, Boyle County head coach Justin Haddock. I wonder if he ever gets tired of talking to me. What do you think? Because we talk every weekday morning.
Those mornings are probably early for him.
Yeah, but I think it's a good trade-off.
Yeah.
If someone's like, you have to talk to Joe 5 times a week, but you're going to win 5 state championships in 6 years.
You'd take that.
You think you're taking that trade-off?
Yeah.
No, without a doubt. By the way, Jiden Smith-Heisel, 786 rushing yards in his last 3 games alone.
That's tough to beat. I don't know
Stellar analysis.
anybody else. Well, yeah. How are you going to top that in 3 games? That's fantastic.
Phenomenal stuff. 859-238 WHIR. Boyle County football coach Justin Haddix. Again, the Stewart Powell Ford drive home interview featuring the Ford end of the year sales event featuring no money down, 0% interest, 0 payments for 90 days on almost all new Ford trucks in stock, including the tough Super Duty trucks as well. It's 11:33 in the evening. We are about an hour past the end of the Class 4A state championship game where Boyle County beat Franklin County 34-0. We're back after this on the Whitaker Bank postgame show live from the Hometown Radio Network.
Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies.
13 state football championships. Goodness gracious, Boyle County's going to have to add a new wing onto the school for all those trophies. And when they do, they got to call Bodner Roofing. You know, you got to protect that growing trophy room with a good roof, and no one understands that more than Boyle County's own Bodner Roofing. They're a local 4th-generation roofing company with over 75 years of experience. 2 names synonymous with a winning culture. Boyle County football and Bodner Roofing, proud supporters of the 13-time state football champion Boyle County Rebels. The Boyle County Public Library congratulates the Boyle County Rebels on their 13th state championship. You've represented our community well with your teamwork and your dedication. The Boyle County Public Library is also dedicated to our community, offering free programs for all ages that are designed to educate, entertain, and engage. Visit the library this month for one of their many holiday-themed activities. Go to boylepublib.org for a schedule of events and make the library a part of your season of celebration.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? It's the friendly, expert care you'll experience every time you bank with us. Hi, I'm Lindsay Cole, the Retail Market Manager at Whitaker Bank in Danville, Kentucky. Whether you're opening an account, planning for the future, or looking for a friendly face, we're here to make banking easy. Stop by or call us at 859-236-9822 to see how we put you first. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
This is Jack Mathis. You're listening to the Boyle County Postgame Show, brought to you by Whitaker Bank on Z105 WRNZ FM. Go Rebels!
Whitaker Bank postgame show brought to you by Whitaker Bank. The Bodner Roofing phone lines have been hot. They've been ringing off the hook. Boyle County Public Library bringing you the stats when you want the full story of whatever it may be. The Boyle County Public Library, the place to go, and Stewart Powell Ford Mazda bringing you the drive home interview with Boyle County Rebel head football coach Justin Haddix. We welcome on to the show now Boyle County School Superintendent Mark Wade. Good morning, Mr. I did it again. That's the second time I've done it. Good evening, Mr. Wade. How are you doing on this fine Friday evening?
Oh, man, I'm pumped. Oh, what a night.
Good night to be a Rebel. Hey, what's the championship celebration looking like? Are they doing that tonight?
Yes, I talked to Mr. Christopher a minute ago while at the game, and as soon as we head back, we're going to hit the lights on the turf, and we'll go down there, and as soon as the bus gets back in town, and then we will welcome all the crowd to the field to celebrate. We'll have the score on the scoreboard, and we will just celebrate with this team. What an accomplishment.
Yeah, great accomplishment. Hey, just from you being the superintendent of the school system, how big, how impactful is it to have the championship legacy of basically everything Boyle County does? Football, certainly one of those 13 state championships now, and how that adds to just the growth of the school and the expectation at the school, athletically, academically. I know you're looking at it from all those angles, Mr. Wade, so tell us about that.
Yeah, well, the pressure's on the school district. I mean, we have a saying, excellence in everything, and that was proven on the field tonight that, if something is not excellent, we're doing something about it. And that's academics, extracurriculars, the football field, you name it. And just so proud of this team and the grit that they show. It is so encouraging to both younger players, older players, our community. They have so much support and momentum right now, and I can't wait to see what's next.
For you, Mr. Wade, talk about the Boyle County community supporting this team. I mean, you see it every Friday night. You see it tonight in the amount of cars that are following you home that, led the team up there. But talk about that and just how the community has rallied around this team in particular, but really always rallies around the Boyle County Rebels.
Yeah, well, the last couple games, let's face it, it's been cold.
Yeah.
And one of those nights was it was drizzling rain all night long, and the fans show up. And it's you look at it tonight, and they had options where they could watch it online or listen to it on the radio. And I was blessed to be able to get out there with the team and see the fans. And you look up from the field, into the stands, and you see all of those fans sitting there rooting the Rebels on. It is absolutely amazing. And we had a crowd tonight.
Yeah, it was just a really good crowd. What obviously was here watching the game, but what I could see via the telecast. Mr. Wade, let me ask you this: you were principal of the high school when Coach Haddix was hired, correct?
That is correct.
So you were one of the ones that kind of helped make that selection. Do you ever pat yourself on the back? I'd be patting myself on the back, Mr. I'd be like, look, I helped hire this guy, and we won 5 state titles in 6 years. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, but the way I look at it, it's more of a partnership. It's it's like, hey, I need to have your back here. You need to have my back here, and hey, we're gonna get behind you and support you. There's a long legacy of very successful football teams here. And we have what it takes, and we need you here to lead us. And I just, one of my favorite pictures of all time is the first football state championship that we won. And I remember one of the photographers there, they caught a picture of Justin Haddix almost absolutely taking me out because we were just so both excited. And that brings back so many good memories. And let's face it, he leads a lot of young men, and just it runs a tight program, and we have so many good people that are doing fantastic things. It is absolutely. I don't even have the words to describe it. It's so awesome.
It is insane to think that Boyle County is now tied 4th all time in the number of state championships won in the history of the state, and they didn't win their first one till 26 years ago.
Yeah, it's things like this that just really help the culture of both our school and our community. Then there's so many people that want to be a Boyle County Rebel.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it.
Mark Wade, Boyle County School Superintendent. Mr. Wade, we appreciate you being on. Safe travels back home. I assume you're still on the road right now?
Still on the road. I can't wait to be back at school and celebrate with the team.
There you go. Where are you right now, Mr. Wade? Is there is there a Congo line behind you?
I'm about 2 miles out, and so it won't be long now.
Okay. You can honk real loud when you drive by the radio station. Okay.
There we do.
Turn the volume up in the honk. Yeah. All right, Mr. Wade. Appreciate it.
All right, go Rebels.
Yep, there you go. That's Boyle County School Superintendent Mark Wade. By the way, I mentioned something to Coach Haddix that if people were listening, probably be like, Joe's probably joking. I was not joking about the December 5th thing.
Yeah.
This was only the second game in Boyle County Schools history they played on this date, December the 5th.
That's just weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Every other state championship that they've won happened on like the 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th or the 6th. Right. The COVID one happened on like the 20th, remember, because that got pushed back, that season did. Boyle County had played just one other game in school history on December the 5th. It happened back in 2008 when Boyle County lost to Bell County. In the state semifinals that year. The season was pushed back a week, and the state semifinals happened this week, and they went to Bell County, lost to Bell County on December the 5th. They were 0-1 all time on December the 5th, which means they were due.
Yep.
They were so due. 859-238-9447 is the phone number to call in to the Whitaker Bank postgame show. It's brought to you by Whitaker Bank, the Bodner Roofing phone lines, the Boyle County Public Library, and Stuart Powell Ford Mazda.
Down, but now I'm up. Yeah. This all God, this ain't no love. Yeah. I used to be stuck in that mud. Whoa. Yeah, I I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Danville. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer local expertise and reliable service. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me at 859-236-9822 today, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
13 state football championships. Goodness gracious, Boyle County's going to have to add a new wing onto the school for all those trophies. And when they do, they got to call Bodner Roofing. You know, you got to protect that growing trophy room with a good roof, and no one understands that more than Boyle County's own Bodner Roofing. They're a local, fourth-generation roofing company with over 75 years of experience. Two names synonymous with a winning culture. Boyle County Football and Bodner Roofing, proud supporters of the 13-time state football champion Boyle County Rebels. The Boyle County Public Library congratulates the Boyle County Rebels on their 13th state championship. You've represented our community well with your teamwork and your dedication. The Boyle County Public Library is also dedicated to our community, offering free programs for all ages that are designed to educate, entertain, and engage. Visit the library this month for one of their many holiday-themed activities. Go to boylepublib.org for a schedule of events and make the library a part of your season of celebration.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big.
Whitaker Bank post-game show live here on Z105 WRNZ FM, brought to you by Whitaker Bank, Bodner Roofing, the Boyle County Public Library, and Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. As you all are heading home from Kroger Field, you heard Mr. Waite say he's just a couple of miles out. So I would assume the conglomerate of people are gathering at Rebel Field to celebrate the championship. The Boyle County just won 34-0 was the final score of that one. I went and picked Jack up from school earlier today, and I think like this was the first time that it hit him how big Boyle County football is.
Yeah.
Because all the road signs and all that.
Yep.
And so picking him up from school, we were on Spotify, and he was like asking for a song. I don't know what song it was he was asking for, but Spotify misheard him. And so it said, now playing Monday Night Football theme.
Close.
And dun, 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 and started playing the Monday Night Football theme. And then we're driving by, and I'm reading all the road signs, and Jack's got his Boyle County sweatshirt on, and he's like holding it up.
Kind of got hyped.
Yeah, he got hyped. Like I said in the Zaxby show, Jack would be out there on the football field tonight if they would have let him. Second grader, put him in pads and a helmet, watch him run through a wall and win a state championship.
Yep.
This is the third championship that Boyle County has won in shutout fashion. They beat Rockcastle County 21-0 in 2002. That would have been their fourth consecutive state championship. Then, of course, 3 years ago, they beat Covington Catholic by a score of 41-0 in that, I guess 2 years ago, in the 2023 state title game. Matt, did you ever think a shutout was going to happen tonight?
No, I didn't expect it whenever it was Covington Catholic. You know, you expect a state championship. You know, I think the Covington Catholic game, you know, some people expected, like, okay, Boyle County should win this. And I think a lot of people expected that tonight. Like, you expect a Boyle County win. That's the thing. You've won 13 of 26. You've won now 5 of the last 6. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But Boyle County goes out there and expects to win. I don't think you expect a shutout, especially against the best offense in Class 4A.
I'm trying to think. I think this would make Boyle County the that would be the first team to have 2 separate runs of 5 titles in a 6-year span. Right, because they won 5 in a row from 1999,
Incredible
2001, 2, and
itself.
3.
Yeah.
And then that's 5, and then in 2004 they didn't win, but still to be 5 in 6 years.
Yeah.
Then they did it again, 2020 to 2025, 5 in 6 years.
Yeah.
I mean, Highlands won 6 straight, and that's the record for most consecutive in a row. But, I mean, this would make them the only team to have 5 in a 6-year span.
Yeah.
If my math is mathing correctly.
And you're a Mathis.
So it's got to be.
It's got to happen.
Again, they are celebrating. They're celebrating at Rebel Stadium tonight, probably around it's close to midnight, but I would think in the next 15, 20 minutes or so. But I'm not on the road, so I don't know how far out the whole team is and the whole shebang is from getting there. One more thing that made Boyle County do. I talked about it in the Zaxby show of why I was picking Boyle County. For the record, I picked Boyle County 35-21. I wasn't far off Boyle County's score.
Yeah.
I was just way far off Franklin County. I got half of it pretty close. The other half, I was way far off. Boyle County has continued their streak of not losing to a team from the county of Franklin since 1993. Boyle County in school history has played a team from Franklin County 25 times. Now, there are 3 teams in Franklin County.
Sorry, Wandale.
Sorry, Wandale at Western Hills. Sorry, Ryan Timmons at Franklin County. Remember Ryan Timmons?
Yeah, that's old school.
Now, I can't name a player from Frankfurt.
Old schools, 10 years ago.
But those are the 3 teams in Franklin County. Boyle County has not lost to a team from the county of Franklin since 1993. They're now 18-7 all time versus teams from Franklin County. But their last loss coming in 1993 means they have now won 16 consecutive games versus teams from Franklin County. They've won 10 straight over Western Hills. They have now won 6 straight over Franklin County. They have not played Frankfurt during that time. But again, Boyle County now a perfect 6-0 all time versus Franklin County.
You know what that means?
We need to play Franklin County in the 2026 state championship.
Well, I was going to say move the capital.
That's a great point.
You know?
What are we doing with the capital in Frankfurt?
Danville, city of first.
Andy Bashir, if you're listening to this show right now.
Why wouldn't you be?
We're Titletown for a reason. And we demand the state capital in Constitution Square. Just move it all to downtown Danville. We know what we're doing here. We ought to make that the barter the next time Boyle County and Franklin County plays. Matt, when you look at this 2025 season, is there anything particularly that stands out to you? I mean, I think probably the Jaden Smith-Heisel 440-yard game is one. He had a playoff run. Coach Haddock said maybe the best in Boyle County history. Maybe so.
Yeah.
Hard to argue against that. But he had a playoff run they're going to be talking about for ages for Boyle County. Is there anything that stands out to you from this 2025 season?
I think just in general, this team's grit. You know, the season, 4A, Class 4A is a gauntlet, and Boyle County in their non-conference, non-district games, they're playing St. X. You know, they're hosting Highlands. These are incredible teams that they're playing out of district that they don't need to be playing. They could be playing weaker teams, but no, they're going out and challenging themselves. And this team, you know, we didn't see running clocks all over the place. The offense, you know, wasn't scoring in the 40s and 50s. It wasn't running clocks all the time, but this team got it done, and it was defense and it was grit that made it happen.
Yeah, again, 34-0 the final score. Boyle County football has just posted a picture on social media of the trophy. Rebels 34, Franklin County nothing, and it says 4A back under previous management.
Love it.
5 in the last 6 years. Congratulations to the Boyle County Rebels with a 34-0 dominating win over Franklin County. Again, real quickly, let's go over the stats. Brought to you by the Boyle County Public Library. When you need the full story, the Boyle County Public Library is the place to go. The Rebels are number 1 in the Boyle County Public Library's book. Big supporters of the now 13-time state champion Boyle County Rebels. The defense holds Franklin County to 92 total yards, 8 rushing yards, 84 passing yards, 0 for 5 on third downs, 0 for 4 on fourth downs. The drive basically ended when Franklin County got to second down. It was over after that. Just go ahead and punt the ball. You're not converting third and fourth downs. Combined 0 for 9 in that stat. They went 0 for 1 in the red zone. Again, a big reason why Boyle County won and dominated so much. Time of possession. The Rebels, 34 minutes and 35 seconds time of possession. Franklin County, 13 minutes and 25 seconds. Boyle County becomes the 5th team in-state history to win 13 state championship trophies. Trinity has got 29. They'll go for 30 tomorrow against Brandon Smith's South Warren team. You also got Pulaski County and Travis Burns playing tomorrow.
A few Boyle County links.
Yeah, so the work is not done for Boyle County fans to cheer for. Like, you can cheer for Pulaski County and for Travis Burns and cheer for Brandon Smith and South Warren. But Trinity's got 29. Highlands has got 23. They're in second place. Beechwood has got 18. They're in third place. Mayfield, St. X, and now Boyle County with 13 state championships, tied for fourth all time in state history. Our thanks to Whitaker Bank, the title sponsor of the Whitaker Bank postgame show. Our thanks to Bodner Roofing, the sponsor of the phone lines. Our thanks to Boyle County Public Library and the scoring recap and the stats sponsor. And our thanks to Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, who brought you the interview with Boyle County Rebel head football coach Justin Haddix, the drive home interview brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. We will leave you with the final calls from the Boyle County State Championship game. Winners 34-0 over Franklin County. Celebration going on soon at Rebel Stadium. Good night, everybody.
The Boyle County Rebels are state champions.
Robert takes it. Touchdown. Boyle County.
Nobody's going to get it. He's gone.
Touchdown. 50 yards for John Smith. Rebels have lined up for a 39-yard field goal attempt. Fresh.
Baylor Murphy is the holder.
Murphy's the holder, yep. Backup quarterback holding. Yep, so there's the
And there
fake.
it is. And there's the pass for the end.
Are you kidding me?
Seneca driver.
That was over his head.
Catches a touchdown pass here at the end of the first half.
Holy mackerel.
What a play. He's inside the box. Touchdown, Boyle County. 13th state championship for the Boyle County Rebels. Amazing. Final score, Boyle County 34, Franklin County nothing.
Congratulations, Boyle County Rebels, state 4A champions.
Your home for the hits and the cats. Z105, WRNZ, Lancaster, Danville.
The big hits on the radio. Sing along with us. Z105.
We go to